The YouTuber, the content creator, a creature known in the digital space as a person who entertains, or tries to at least in some way. To be honest, we have no clue what we're doing. But the internet throughout time has become more accepting for content creation as a career path, and that has only boosted the popularity of it. I mean, every kid at this point already pops out their mother's vagina wanting to be a YouTuber. But with every rise comes every fall, and online fan bases have only gotten worse and worse throughout the years. Mainly due to Twitter. But I digress. I think there's one thing a lot of people really need to get in their head. Your favorite content creators that you watch every waking minute of your life do not know you, probably will never know you, and might not even personally like you. I know, sad. Mr. Beast won't notice your one view and comment out of 60 million. KSI won't reply back to you on Twitter. And IShowSpeed will never notice your fan video of you doing his twerk dance. I mean, how could they? Those disgusting human beings. But in reality, they're not in the wrong at all. You see, more and more as people have been getting big on the internet and staying inside their houses more to watch these people on the internet, you start to grow a strong relationship with the person you're watching. It's only human nature to do it. It's kind of like when you're watching any TV show and you feel like you can relate to the character and their struggles. But obviously, you know that person is not real. There is that 1% of the population that doesn't understand this. Stranger Things fans. But everyone else is good. There's automatically a boundary of reality from fiction. But now it's different. If I'm sitting down in the house all day and watching clips of these real people all the time, I start to know more and more about them. For some YouTubers, you have literally watched them grow up through their channel, and it can actually feel pretty special. But people need to understand that there's a clear line between you guys. People who make content online are doing it to entertain a mass group of people, not be your friend. You see, there's some little thing we have called a parasocial relationship. A parasocial relationship is pretty much a completely one-sided relationship. It's someone who imagines that they're friends with someone that just doesn't know them. And some of you who have never experienced it might think it's weird, but it's actually a pretty normal thing that happens. Ever since the birth of the internet, this has always happened. For me, I started to see it first happen with Justin Bieber fans back in the 2010s. I mean, they had a whole ass fandom called the Beliebers. Justin Bieber really had a choke on these bitches back in the 2010s. These girls would study every single thing Justin Bieber did like he was God himself. Pretty much anything he said, they would live by it like it was gospel. And it didn't help that he encouraged it. He was out here writing Beliebers on his arm and holding signs saying I love my Beliebers. He probably just thought he was showing some love and support to the fans, but that only made them feel like they were even closer to him. In reality though, he was just looking at them like they were a number. His power was so strong that 4chan and Redditors even created multiple hoaxes off of him. I remember one hoax that was started saying Justin Bieber had cancer on Twitter, and I'm not fucking joking. Although this rumor started, and after one Google search you could tell it was a fake rumor, let's be real, it's the internet. No one wants to do research anymore. So 4chaners just faked a couple of screenshots showing that Justin Bieber had cancer, and him saying that the hashtag ball for Bieber was a great way to support him. But these dumbasses not only bought the story, they shaved their fucking heads because of it, not knowing it was a hoax. But this was kind of the forefront of how internet fandoms were turned out in the future. Now we see this happen even more. Creators starting special hashtags for their fans. Then there's more on top of this. Content creators wearing merch in their videos, sending out messages through tweets and Instagram, and also making up terms only people in their community would know. But you have to see, Justin Bieber was a celebrity and had limited contact with his fans. He had security and could stay safe away from anything potentially happening. Nowadays, the regular content creator does not have that, and it's a bad thing. People are more obsessive than ever over content creators now, repping their profile pictures, wearing their merch, repping their names in their bios, and being involved in the community of people that support that person. A lot of you may think that doesn't sound too bad. All these people supporting a person. What's the matter with that? No, that is not the reason it's bad. It's because people rely on them almost too much. What's made it worse too is social media apps. Things like Instagram, Twitter, and Discord. Because now niggas have a foolproof way to send shit to someone. Back in the old whippersnapper days, the only way to contact celebrities was by sending fan letters to them, calling a fan phone line, or I don't know, maybe attaching a letter to a bird and sending it to them. But nowadays, it's completely different. Anyone can send a DM to literally anyone now. And although there's no guarantee that they're going to check it, that does not stop y'all niggas from acting up. Y'all will DM someone sometimes nearly daily just to get a response, praying and hoping to God that they will see it and respond one day. But the harsh reality is, for most of the time, it's never going to happen. The biggest content creators get hundreds if not thousands of messages daily. But you think your DM of asking them how their day is going to get special treatment? Nigga, their day is going perfectly fine. Like, this is how I imagine some of y'all think it goes. Oh, Taint Tickler 472 is texting and calling me on Instagram? Must be important. Let me drop everything I'm doing right now to talk to them. Discord has by far made it worse than it ever has been. It's something about you Discord niggas that's just different sometimes. Most content creators have a Discord by now. It's by far the best way to build a community, but also features some of the worst people you'll ever grace eyes on in this earth. And a lot of content creators also have their DMs open to get messages from the community. I used to have this feature on too. It was cool because hella people would DM me nice things and supportive messages. But the other half would send me the most god-awful, horrifying, crazy messages that have ever graced this earth. From people sending me racist messages, threatening messages, or trying to call me and message me about personal issues they're having in their life. What the fuck am I, the content content creator supposed to do about your personal issue? I can't come out the screen and save you, my nigga. Please seek help somewhere else. And because of that, I had to turn it back to friends only mode. But that's just a small power the parasocial relationship has on people. Because I used to like to respond to people a lot in the past when I was smaller. I used to nearly respond to every fucking Instagram DM. And people would take that little reply I gave with the laughing emoji to all of a sudden that we've been best friends forever. Sending me good morning texts daily like they're my girl. Or asking me opinions on the political state of the current world. Like, nigga, I don't know you. And I'm only a small YouTuber. I get this on a way smaller scale compared to other people. Imagine how bad it is for the biggest creators on the platform who put on millions of subs and views and not only have fans that want to spy on them, but the media on their dick as well. I mean, have you seen how many times the media has tried to cancel Mr. Beast? All this man does is give out money and they try to still find a way to do it. This also goes the same for anywhere though. For example, streamers. There are two options for how stream chats are. They're either calmly and nicely moderated or a nuclear wasteland of garbage. But either way, all streams welcome things like subscriptions and donations. When someone is actively paying for a subscription in something, they expect a return. If I pay for a Feed Finder premium subscription, I expect to see high quality feed on my feed daily. But for streamers, it's different. Instead of paying and getting instantly access to that person like a Netflix catalog, their videos are usually free to watch on YouTube. They have to go live for you to get your money's worth. The problem is though that they're a regular human being, not a multi-billion-dollar corporation with thousands of studios. So then that leads to people bitching and complaining when streamers decide to miss one day of streaming. Like there's some multi-corporate content machine. But the money aspect makes the parasocial aspect even worse. I think on Twitch the parasocial aspect is probably 100 times worse than anywhere else. I swear people will do absolutely anything just to get noticed by a streamer. Y'all will donate thousands of dollars to the same streamer just to get a thank you, or spam in their chats to get noticed, just to get banned for doing it. And then there's also the aspect of TTS, donating a certain amount of money to the streamer and a message playing out loud for them to react to. This is probably the worst one out of all of them, because the streamer is guaranteed to hear what you say as long as you donate to them. So some people say the most wild shit ever just to get a reaction from them, which helps build even more of a parasocial relationship. But in reality, you're just one donations out of the hundreds of others. But the problem out of all of these cases of parasocial weirdos is there's people who take it way too far. You got people who dox a creator and legit show up to their house. And look, my nigga, if you ever show up to a creator's house, what the fuck do you expect them to do? They're not going to act like your friend and just take a picture with you and let you have dinner with them in the house. They don't know you. And some of these YouTubers are better than me, because if someone ever showed up to my house, I'm putting down my good old American rights on it. This type of stuff I feel has now led to a disconnect with creators and their audience, because no matter what, they always have to be worried about these weirdos. It kind of pushes the creator to be more private. I mean, I feel like back in the old days of YouTube, people were just talking about whatever they felt like. But now if you do that, not only do you have a risk of privacy, but you also have a risk of getting canceled for some bullshit. However, all of the fault is not only on the viewer. Some creators make it seem like they have a personal connection with every single one of their viewers. An example is when you ever see a creator give out a number to text people. Now, they may be doing this in good fun. Most people know at the end of the day, it isn't a fucking real number. But that won't stop people from feeling like they just got Mr. Beast's personal phone number and texting him every waking minute of his life. There just needs to be boundaries set off the bat. And now after becoming a content creator myself, I now understand why so many niggas go on breaks. People just cannot understand boundaries. And that creators have a life that's not all on the internet. A lot of viewers look at creators like they aren't living people. Like they're just some fucking content machine that dumps out videos and are soulless human beings. Well, granted, there are some YouTubers that are definitely like that, but not all of us. So you may be asking, what was the point of this video? I mean, it's literally named why your favorite YouTuber doesn't like you. At the end of the day, people need to remember this. You're one out of hundreds, thousands, and millions of people. And you need to remember that they're trying to entertain multiple people. They don't know you or your life, little bro. So they cannot personally like you. And even if they did meet you, there's no guarantee that they would fucking like you. It's more of creators liking the support that you actually give them. And I feel like that's pretty obvious, but some people just cannot fathom that through their head. Just because you think you would be good friends with them doesn't mean you are. And 99% of content creators do not even closely act the same way they do on camera off of it. Instead, focus making friends on the real world. AKA, go touch some grass, nigga. Or you could even just join their community and make friends with the people that are in it. So I hope that jumbled up rant kind of makes sense. Also, I want to give some credit. I saw these guys' videos and wanted to put my personal inputs on it, so go check them out. But as always, follow my Instagram and TikTok. As always, I love you guys consensually. And until next time, I'm out.